Guys, I'm back. It's Elina, and today's gonna be just a pretty quick video. I just wanted to show you guys how I shave with the external fixator on. So I try not to shave very often. I try to shave if I have something, I have to do and I want to look a little bit more presentable. But I feel that with this external fixator, this being my second one, I feel that around the pins, and I think I have 16 pin totals. I have total, excuse me. I have 17 pins. So around the pins is very sensitive, especially since I've had already, this is like I said, my second external fixator. So unless I have somewhere to go or I have something really important to do, I really try not to do it, because I feel like, first of all, I dry shave, so I'll show you guys what I use, but just taking a shower and letting too much water run on it, it is really difficult. I come out of the shower, and regardless how much I try to clean up around it and how I try to, with a paper towel taken and try to dry them individually, it really gets really irritated. And I'm kind of for a couple hours just laying around because it's painful. Like I said, I dry shave. So the products that I currently use, these are just what I found works for me. I tried to do the regular shaving, but I quickly realized I cannot be in the shower that long. So I have this in a little basket, anything I can just take around with me, and I'll go sit in my recliner for a little bit. And they're all, well, these two are from the Flawless Body, and this is the one that's more so like a razor, like a regular razor. And this is, I think this one's my favorite, but clearly with the pins and everything I have, this one doesn't fit. So this is like the palm one, and I literally love this thing. It catches the hair, so you don't have to worry about, with this one, I don't know if catching the hair, if that makes sense, but I'll insert I'll insert a quick picture and show you what I mean. So basically this one is just, they're both dry shaving. So okay, let me show you first everything I use, and I can break it down. So this is the palm one. I use this, you do this one in circular motions, and you do this on the thigh. On the regular leg, since I'm just shaving everything outside of the shower, you can use, I'm not sure if this picks it up, but I'm gonna just show, you can just use it like if it was just round motions. Just do that. And on this one, like I said, you could do the whole thing, but I feel on the back, I usually end up using this one because it's just more it's just like a regular razor. And so for this leg, I'll use this one again, probably up until my knee, because that's where my below my knee is where my fixator starts. So after the fixator, I really can't use this one, but in between, towards the back on this one, I'll use the razor one again. And then for the crevices, this is why I said I don't think shaving is really a good idea, but sometimes you gotta do it for special events. Like today I went out to a nice restaurant with my family, and I just didn't want to look like this. So I'll get just a regular eyebrow razor, and at first when you get them, I try to use one for a while because it's really sharp. So at first when you get it, it's extremely sharp, and I literally cut myself every single time, so just be careful. But I'll use this and I'll go around the pins. Not sure if this is gonna pick it up, but I do really gently, because this, if it gets by the pins, it's really annoying and it's painful. And honestly, I shave, like I said, when I feel I have somewhere to go, but I don't think the doctors really recommend it, because and especially this is shaving right now, especially if you have something like an infection or whatever, it's probably pretty risky. So shave at your own risk. But I understand, if you work from home, stuff like that, it's not that big of a deal. But once you're out in corporate America or whatever you do, sometimes you just gotta do it. So this is, I think, the third or fourth time I've done it with this fixator, and I've gone in depth. I'll do it with the the palm one I was showing. So okay, let me show you, like I said, with this one. I'm going to change my camera view so you guys can see it, so I will be right back. So now I've changed the view of my camera, and I'm not going to be able to really do this because it's, I don't have a mirror, but I'll just quickly demonstrate. So like I said, this is a palm handheld, and I like it because it has a light just right there. So this one I'll do really gently in circular motions. And I'll do that with this leg. I could do that all the way around because I don't have the external fixators that are blocking it. So I'll just do that all the way around, and it really works well when you have to dry. I honestly, before, I always hated like shaving in the shower because for a while, clearly I've had issues with my legs, so I always found it really difficult to just stand there and shave. Like I felt like it took forever, especially when I was in so much pain with my leg and everything. I wish I knew about this a couple of years back. This would have been a lifesaver. So I'll do the same on this side, circular motions, and this actually catches the hair, and I'll insert a video and, you know, show what I mean. But basically you take it off and you buy these replacements. I bought this one actually off Amazon. So you buy the replacements, and I think it's, they say every 3 months, but honestly I've used mine for like, I use one for like 5 months, but I don't use this enough to be like I use it every day, so I need to like change it out. I can literally, this will last months. Use this one. This one is not, it doesn't catch the hair like the other one does, but this one, I couldn't shave around this if I didn't have this. This one is what I'll use. It clearly, the palm held one doesn't fit in the back. So this one is really a little bit more challenging because this one doesn't catch the hair, so it'll just fall like a regular razor. And since it's dry shaving, this one kind of like, you'll have hair residue. So I do this in the recliner too, but I have a like little mini vacuum that I just, you know, clean it up before I get up because this one will make a mess. This one's messy. So I'll just do this in the back. I don't really have a need to do this one here, but still sometimes I do this here because it gets in the smaller pieces. And you can use this for your underarms. For me, I just regular shave with my underarms, so this is not necessary. But I'll just do this around the pins where it's like more area. So like this in the front. Like I said, I'm not authorized to give any medical advice. This is just what I do. This is my second time with an external fixator. So the first one I had it on for like a year. I think in my first video I said sometimes people have it for a year, but honestly, I have never heard of somebody having it for a year. That's the longest I've ever heard. I've gone randomly to places and they'll be like, oh, I had a sister that had it on, or I had a, you know, cousin. And usually everybody says like 3 months. I think in a very extreme case, I heard like 6 months, but never, it's usually not like, you know, as prolonged as this, to my knowledge, anybody that I've seen. So yeah, so that one's really good. And like I said, you really got to be careful because getting hair by the pins, it could get really icky. So by the pins, like really close to the pins. So again, the palm one's the first step. This one is the second step, and I get in behind in the bigger areas. For the like really, really thin pieces, like where the actual pins are, I'll get this razor blade. You have to be so careful because, like I said, every time I do it, I literally cut myself. And I was like, oh, I gotta be more careful. I gotta be more careful. And the next time I still cut myself. So I'll just do this like upward motion. And like I said, if this is your first time ever using this, I would try it somewhere else and not directly on the pins. And I would kind of like wear it in like a little bit first because that could be bad. So yeah, I'll just do like a really gentle. And honestly, I feel like too, this leg for me has a lot of dead skin. So it's kind of like what is it called? The derma. Like you remove the dead skin on top of like shaving. So it works really good. Like I said, I'll put in a video where it's, you know, showing it closer. That's what I do. It works for me, and I do not think it's a good idea for anybody to do this all that often unless you just have to. Unless you just do the more gentle one, you know, the palm one. I think that you're good. With the razor blade, with the little eyebrow razor blade, I don't recommend it because I honestly think, like after I do it, I also have like a wet wipe. It's literally called Wet Ones. It's like unscented. It's 99% water, and I just clean around the pin because like I don't want any of that hair to get in there. That's probably a no-go. And so if I have something fancy to do or like before surgery, if I have some, you know, if I'm gonna be having like sutures and stuff like that, I'm not gonna be able to take a shower or get it wet for a while. So I try to, you know, save myself a little bit of embarrassment, or like, it just, I feel a lot grosser when I don't have it shaved. And it feels just, you know, you can keep track of the residue that comes out or whatever. So that's just what I do. Like I said, today's a pretty quick video, but I definitely, I felt that this was a good time to show it. I'll insert the videos and I can add the links to these products. These are not all things I bought on Amazon. I think the razor blade, like the little eyebrow razors, I did buy on Amazon. The palm one it's called the Flawless Body. I bought that one on Amazon. And the one that's like a razor, I bought that one at, I think it was at Joann, something random like that. Like I went for some arts and crafts stuff and I saw it and I was like, oh, I've been wanting this one, because on Amazon they're always sold out. Now they have the one that also catches the hair. So if you could get that one as opposed to the one that's just like a regular razor blade, I would honestly recommend that. I would probably buy that because I just find that system works for me. Shaving in the shower right now is not optional, considering how quick, you know, these showers have to be. And I feel it's really irritating. So I would definitely just check with your doctor before I did that. And I think honestly they've discouraged me from doing it, but sometimes I have to do it anyways. But okay, that's about it. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. And like I mentioned in the other video, I've had a lot of people subscribe and I don't know who it is. So like I mentioned, for the mustard seed of faith, which I would love to give to anybody that subscribed, I'll enter a picture this time. All you have to do is you have to send the email to the email that's listed. So it's a mustardseed.eq or a mustardseed.eq. I'll enter it. I'm sorry. A mustardseed.eq@gmail.com. I have to have the name, the address to send it to, because I won't know. There's really not any other way of me tracking it. But yeah, I got different shapes and stuff, so I would really want to start sending these out. I have so many, and I took the time putting each individual mustard seed, so I'm really excited about giving these to people. And for me, I carry this everywhere I go. Like I keep it in my keychain, and I have one of the little Louis Vuitton. I'm a handbag type of girl, so I have it inside my Louis Vuitton key pouch, and I take it everywhere. Like today, I went somewhere and I gave it away to somebody, so I gave them the one that I had in there for a while. But it's glass. You got to be careful with it. But if you have like a little key pouch or a wallet, it just reminds me of, you know, that's all you need to begin anything new in life, and just the faith, the little amount of faith that you need is a little amount of faith that I had when I started this journey. I felt defeated, like I mentioned. I just felt like the situation was unfair. My life was unfair. My circumstances were just the worst type of I was just defeated overall. And like I mentioned, a lot of different things that I started doing, like reading the Bible and things like that, have really helped me. And I keep this as a reminder to myself that all I need to do is just believe in myself, even if it's just that a small amount. And the possibilities are endless for you and for me, for anybody that wants them to be. So thank you so much for tuning in. I really wish, you know, you guys come back. And if you guys have any video requests for me, anything that you think would be helpful, just send them on in that email. Put in the body new YouTube subscriber, and any, you know, questions you want me to answer in videos or anything. Like I mentioned before, I would like to do any like questions, like Q&As, anything like that. I really want to do this, and I want to be committed. Sometimes it's harder because sometimes, like for example, I'm having surgery. I'll post about that after the surgery, but it's just a lot of things that happen at last minute, and I just think it will be encouraging for me to know that people really want to see this type of content. I know I'm not the only one. Now I had a doctor's appointment, and as of when I had this done, I was the first official person in North Carolina. Now I think there's 3 to my knowledge, if not more. So I would love to help anybody with this. I know I felt disoriented, and as I mentioned previously, when I first found out about the surgery, when this was presented to me, I was on the border of amputation, and I just honestly, I didn't know who to turn to, where I could ask questions, who I could talk to. Nobody was talking about this. So I really would like this to be somewhere anybody could come, even if you're not having this type of issues, for hope, for just, it's something that I think, with as much as I feel I've lost in the last couple years, it's going to be something that's going to provide myself a lot of healing also, because sometimes just talking about it and feeling useful to other people makes you feel like you have a purpose. So something good is going to come out of this, and if anybody wants to talk, just email me and we could set up a time to talk, and maybe we could talk on live or something. I would really love that. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Okay, so the way I shave in between this, this is what works for me. I don't know, it's really hard to shave when you're like this, because you can't be in the shower for too long, and you have to be, you know, careful with these little pins there and hair getting in there. So I don't shave all that often because it's really difficult. It gets irritated. But I did let my hair grow out for this video in particular. So the things I use is this, because I can't shave in the shower, obviously, for obvious reasons. I can't be, you know, my leg can't be all that wet for that long. So I'll use the Flawless like blade one. The only thing I don't like about this is that it doesn't catch the hair. So I'll do that, like, for example, like here, a place like here, like away from, has a light away from the pins, like that. Works really good, because like I said, for dry shaving is about as much as I can do now. So I'm really careful. So I use that in an area like this. When I say this doesn't catch the hair, it means like it doesn't like vacuum the little hair like the other one does. So that's that one. That's what I use there. Okay. And like I was saying, I'll use this, the big palm holder one. I love this one because this one does catch the hair. So I'll show you what I mean by catch the hair, which is why I said, God, I'm so hairy. Which is why I said the other one was good, but I didn't like that it doesn't catch the hair. Like, I'm just doing a brief. I'm not gonna go all the way into detail with this, so that my video is not too long, but I will do a before and an after picture so you can see. This works great. And I like the light. You can point it. So that's that part. So let's do a comparison. Works pretty damn well. Oops, sorry. Works pretty well. Okay, so in between the pins, I use a little eyebrow shaver and try to show you exactly what I mean. Sorry, let me put it that way. Okay, this is a good example. Trying to be careful because these eyebrow shavers are deceivingly sharp. So as you see, I pull it away from my pins. I try my best to not let any of that. And it's really good because it takes away the dry skin too. So again, like I said, this is a brand new one out of the pack, so it's really, really, really sharp. You gotta be so careful. This is what works for me, like I said. I'm not advising anybody that's in this situation do this. This is just if I'm going out and I want to look, you know, more presentable, I'll do this. And as you see, it takes away all that dry, dead skin, and it works really well for removing the hairs by your pin. Okay, so that's the like close-up version. I use 3 like shaving things. So that's that one.